Okay, so this video is here to help people who are struggling with using chemical formula. It's one of the most important skills in GCSE chemistry because if you don't understand what the chemical formula is showing you, then you often can't access the maths questions or many of the other analysis questions because you don't know what they're talking about. So here is probably the simplest molecule you can have. This is hydrogen gas, H2. The 2 is small, it's written low down and it's written to the right of the H. This means that there are 2 of that atom. So we have 2 hydrogens, and if we were to look at this as a molecule we would see 2 hydrogen atoms joined together by a chemical bond. A slightly harder example is water. Here we've still got H2, but as well we have an oxygen. The 2 is only referring to the hydrogen. It has nothing to do with the oxygen. So water is made of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atoms. Slightly harder example now. This is ethanol, every chemist's favourite molecule. Now this one's tricky because there are hydrogen atoms both here and here. They're exactly the same type of atom. There's nothing different about the one on the end, it's simply the way it's arranged in the molecule. So in this one we have 2 carbons, 5 hydrogens plus that one making 6, and then a single oxygen. Being chemists, we're very lazy, we don't write ones, so you don't put C2H5O1, it's simply C2H5OH. Moving up a step, we have calcium hydroxide. Now here we're suddenly getting brackets. Brackets aren't really that hard, you simply treat everything inside them as one thing. So here we have 2 lots of the brackets. So the calcium is outside, it doesn't get affected. So we have 1 calcium, 2 oxygens and 2 H's. So why not write this CaO2H2? Well, it's because the H is attached to the O and there's 2 lots of this OH group. So rather than having CaO2H2 we have Ca and then 2 lots of OH. Going up another step, we've now got numbers both inside and outside the bracket, but if you understand what's happening in the previous example, this shouldn't be too hard. Aluminium is outside the bracket, it's on its own, it has no number, there's just 1. The nitrogen is inside the bracket, so there are 3 of it because of the 3 outside the bracket. The oxygen has a 3 inside and then there are 3 lots of it, so we have 3 lots of 3 giving us 9 oxygens. That's probably about the hardest example you'd get in a GCSE chemistry paper. Okay, so the other type of number that sometimes comes up and causes problems. We've looked so far at these small 2's, 3's, 4's, numbers that appear after atoms. These ones are different. If a number is large and appears before a molecule, it's a multiple of the entire molecule. So here, where we have 2 H2, we have a total of 4 hydrogen atoms in 2 groups of 2. It's literally 2 hydrogen gas molecules. You'll generally only see these large numbers if you're dealing with whole chemical reactions. You won't see them normally within a single chemical. Okay, hopefully that clears up quite a lot of the misconceptions that people have about these numbers. As long as you remember that the number is only referring to the thing before it, you can't go too far wrong.